vinyl emulsion, flat emulsion, super gloss, and high gloss. Global Paint, a reliable product.
Work, work, work. Work's over. Busy Biter, get down to snack business. When snacking is under attack, we'll be there to fight back.
Welcome back. You're still watching NBS Live at 9. Now, the construction of a 20 million shilling pig slaughterhouse in Hoima West Division has left locals divided with no trace of the abattoir. As Cuthbert Chigozie reports, the locals have since tasked the City Production Committee to account for the 20 million and also show them exactly where the abattoir is. Take a look.
The current and only abattoir in Kiatete is in a sorry state that has seen locals demand for a well-established one. As of now, cows, sheep and goats are the only ones slaughtered from here. Those that are slaughtering pigs are also asking for their own abattoir, tasking the Hoima City leadership to account for 20 million shillings that has been earmarked for the construction of their abattoir. To a section of the locals, money was dispersed, but there is nothing.
Rwaitoro rubagambire kutuombekera rwatwaire milioni 20 kulo rutahankaha
ntezbateiroho ezamfu orufuro rwaito orwempunu tugumye tugasara nko tukakozereke ngo tusankyo nkakani tuina mwenkenyera etuba tuinayo.
Here in Kayanja village is where the pig slaughterhouse was supposed to be constructed. At the site there is nothing to show proof of the 20 million shillings. Those concerned in the City Productions Office say a section of the locals fought this development.
The contractor went ahead and organized to start the work in that place, in Kayanja Cell, in the West Division. But as soon as the contractor took the materials, the residents became wild and they ended up chasing him from the site. We ended up shifting the project from West Division to East Division. It
is, however, not clear what the money was used for.
This contractor bidded with 20 million shillings. When he won the tender, that tender was worth 20 million. And I'm sure this is the 20 million. This is the project which took the 20 million. And is pending to be handed over to the city.
Magezi says they transferred the project to Nyakambogu village, and even when they did so, Hoima East councillors claimed shoddy works.
They came complaining that the work has been shoddy. When we contacted the contractor told us he was still continuing with the constructing.
This has left the committee assuring locals that the project is available and will be handed over. Cuthbert Chigozie, NBS, Live at 9.
We now head to Kasese, where the poor state of roads in Kasese is causing an outcry among residents and local leaders in the district. Most of the roads are dotted with potholes and are filled with water, forming lake-like features whenever it rains. This is making it hard for both motorists and pedestrians. Take a look.
There is a general outcry of poor road network in Kasese district. In Nyakatonze sub-county, for instance, local leaders say some roads were last constructed about 20 years back.
The road from Kimaseke Trading Center to Muriti, it's 11.4 kilometers. It has been in a bad shape. Even now when you move, it's still in a bad condition. It was worked upon 20 years back.
According to Mbera Stephen, the LC3 chairperson Nyakatonze sub-county, some major roads are filled with water that in most cases form a lake-like structure, thereby hindering movement.
There is almost a lake amidst the road, which is hampering development, especially to this sub-county, which connects to Katwe, Lake Salt and the Kimaseke Town Council.
Nyakatonze is not the only sub-county with poor structures. Kitswamba sub-county is yet another area struggling with poor roads.
When it is rainy as this season, we get great mud and some stagnant water.
Being cultivators, it becomes difficult for them to get their produce from the gardens to the market.
Our products to get out of the gardens and to be rich in the market, sincerely, it becomes a great challenge.
These are now calling for government intervention.
The kilometer which were stopped from the center, they should add.
The Vice Chairperson, LC5 Kasese District, Hamna Tuhuera, says 100 million shillings has been earmarked to work on hotspots, but there are also plans to hand over other roads to Uganda National Roads Authority.
Should not be at the district level. We are proceeding. We have already written to ministry. The ministry should take up this so that they can work on it. But shortly after this, for this about this issue, we are going to work on this road in the shortest time. We want to first work on hotspot areas as we have a very big plan.
Shamim Nabakoza, Fadma Serika, NBS, Live at 9.
And from Kasese, we head to Wakiso district, where the leaders there have pinned top security bosses over allegedly frustrating their efforts to protect wetlands and the environment. They claim that every time they try to enforce the law and evict those constructing in wetlands, some army generals have threatened their lives. Wakiso District Chairman Matia Luanga says their hands are tied, and for now they can only watch on as the wetlands and forests are cleared.
Available statistics show that in the last 5 years, there has been a drop in wetland coverage in Wakiso District from 11% to 7%, and if the destruction trends are not checked, Uganda will be left with only 1.6% of wetland cover by 2040. Most of the wetlands have been filled with soil, with the perpetrators later claiming that those areas are not waterlogged. Whereas Wakiso district leaders have several times been seen attempting to protect the environment, these say they can't go any further given the increasing threats from top security officials.
That in Wakiso, all those places that are being encroached are done and protected by security operatives. I may not have the authority to talk to them.
The deployment was done against us. That was not what we used to be in Wakiso, but it's the current trend. It's a norm now. You will see so many people displaced from land. It's a common practice now. And you wonder what's wrong? Where is the problem?
The Wakiso District Natural Resources Officer, Rebecca Sabaganzi, says they are quite often confronted by armed army officers while on duty.
These activities are done at night, and there are guns, people with guns. For us, we don't have guns. And so you find, they tell you this is a police officer or this is a major general. They have guns. They're the ones who are protected, not me. And me, if I go and I will not have the protection, I can be shot. And it's a risk to my life.
But given such challenges, Sabaganzi says it becomes difficult for them to act.
Even if we have planned, enforcement becomes a challenge, whereby you may not even have the fuel to go. Some activities are done in the night. I'm not a trained security personnel. I need to work with police. You need to work with the security operatives to safeguard. So it becomes a bit challenging with the limiting budgets.
Sabaganzi says people come with letters from ministries and top agencies giving them leeway to destroy wetlands under the guise of development.
Nagana ebitongole ebyawaggulu oluusi ne bibawa amabaluwa ogenda okutuukawo nga balina amabaluwa kakati fe ate abali wansiko ku district oba toyina nnyo bw'okontana na kitongole kye mukwatagana nakyo.
The Wakiso District Chairman Matia Luanga says unless there is no political will to protect nature, even the existing wetlands and forests won't be spared.
The extent of damages cannot be calculated. It depends on the perception of every individual. But what I'm saying, we used to work as a team. That's the bottom line, which is no longer the case. And the problem is those who are not with us are the enforcers of the law, the security operatives, and you know the head of security.
Environmentalists, however, warn of possible catastrophe if nature is not protected, thus calling for prevention since the country is not disaster prepared.
If we do not work on these wetlands with the climate change that is going on, I don't know whether we'll manage how other countries are managing. So it's better we do more of mitigation.
So it should be an effort for us all to rise up and guard and safeguard the environment. There should not be any wetland, a water catchment area that is degraded.
According to the Wetland Management Department, the unit cost of restoring 1 hectare of wetland is 1.45 million shillings, and wetland destruction costs the country 2 billion shillings annually. Statistics indicate that over 600 square kilometers of sensitive wetlands were demarcated in the central region on top of cancellation of 290 certificates of titles in wetlands which had been erroneously issued in Kampala, Wakiso and Mukono. National figures show that wetland coverage has dropped from 37,346.3 square kilometers, which is 15% in 1994, to 21,526.3 square kilometers, accounting for 8.9% by 2019. Alex Mugasha, Alan Mwesigwa, NBS, Live at 9.
Introducing the PrimeLearn app. You can now top up your child's classwork using PrimeLearn. Get access to elaborate lesson videos, exercises,